Hello, welcome to the Funko Illuminati. My name is Sean, and this is episode 21 of Announcements and Shoutouts. So, in this episode of Announcements and Shoutouts, we're going to talk about a few things that are actually happening in the Funko world that I personally find interesting and kind of like. The first thing I want to point out is that as it was mentioned, that the physical representation of the San Diego Comic Con was canceled this year. However, they're going to be doing a virtual convention. So I'm not sure how that's going to work out with guests. Apparently, it's going to be free for everybody. So first year that I'll be able to go to San Diego Comic Con without having to pay a dime. Kind of sweet. I know that they're currently working out the logistics of it at the moment, so we're not really sure exactly how this is going to partake. It should be interesting. It's not happening until later in July, so more things will come out as, basically more news will come as it evolves. Because I'm sure this is a relatively new idea for a lot of places. So I think it's going to be kind of cool. So far, we've had some exclusives from other, not necessarily Funko related, but other items that have been leaked out to the media. So hopefully we see everything that's going to be coming out and get a solid confirmation if there's going to be Funko exclusives this year. The other thing I wanted to point out that I liked that I saw was I'm a huge Looney Tunes fan. I'm sure everybody here grew up with the classic Warner Brothers cartoons. Also grew up with a little bit of Fleischer stuff, Tex Avery. So I like that old style animation. So we're getting some Bugs Bunny pops. Now there's quite a few, in his different get-ups. However, the one I wanted to point out was that it looks like it's not really. I guess you want to say it's a Futura. If you look here, you see, it's the classic Bugs Bunny vestige, basically, but it's got a texture of carrots and other things and going all over it. It's going to be in a hard stack, much like a lot of the other ones have been. It's saying that it's going to be a Funko Shop item. I'm getting the feeling that it might be a convention item. We don't know yet. It hasn't really been said if or when it's going to happen, but it looks pretty cool. I like it. Like I said before, I kind of hope that they did this with more other IPs. So now they're going into the Warner Brothers, and they've already done obviously Star Wars to death. I want to see this get done with a few other things, so it should be cool to see it happening in the future. Now, the other thing I wanted to point out that really caught my eye today was they're coming out with a 10-inch Mandalorian with child pop. Now, this is available for pre-order on Amazon. Pop in a box if you really want to. I'm sure also your local distributors will probably be getting them too. Now, I will admit, I love the Mandalorian show. I can't wait until season 2 starts. However, somebody was mentioning earlier this week in one of my Pop Talk live streams that I do on my lunch break that maybe, how far are they going to take the Mandalorian Funko line? Because let's be honest, we've, within the past little while, we've gotten quite a few. I want to see more stuff coming out. I think it'd be very interesting. But, I'd like to hear your feedback, you guys that watch this video. Let me know what you think, because do you think they're kind of oversaturating the market, or do you think, it's going normally as it should? Now, there was one other thing I wanted to point out, and this was just something I noticed. Maybe, other people have, but I've noticed since this whole pandemic situation started, there was an influx of buying, because people had time and money, which is always a deadly mix, at least in my opinion. And then the next thing I noticed was there's been a lot of incidences of fakes and forgeries. You have your classic glow-in-the-dark Billy from Saw, Vegeta as well, and now we're starting to get into some Star Wars fakes. Now, at least in my area, we've had one. I'm not going to mention, obviously, an individual because that's just not right. But this particular individual showed up in about 8 of my Facebook groups that I partake in, especially the Star Wars one, which is more of a North American one than an actual, local. But I'm just kind of curious. Has anyone else come across that, within the past couple of weeks that we've been getting more incidences of people selling fakes or fakes coming out into the market? I know for at least on Facebook, I got a offer for all the original Michael Jackson Funko Pops for just $25. Yeah, right. That's just an example that I'm pointing out, but I'm just curious if anyone else has come across that. Now, As for the shout out part of shout out announcements, I want to take the time. I found this channel this morning. Lately, what I've been doing is I've been going to YouTube, typing in Funko, and then asking it to show me stuff that's been released within the last hour. Usually, that's a good way of getting a nice little chunk of new channels that are coming out. Now, this channel is from across the pond in the UK, and they go by the name of Pop Brothers. This is actually the recent video. I will say not for the faint of heart, especially for diehard collectors. You have to watch the video. I'm not going to spoil it for you. I'll leave a link to their Instagram and to their YouTube channel. But let's just say I watched the video and went, "You got to be kidding me! You can't be doing that. It's wrong." But like I said, give them a chance. I think you guys are going to really like their channel. Two really good guys. I've just watched one video so far. I'm gonna watch a few more of the backlog later this weekend because, well, nothing else to do, right? But in the meantime, give them a glance if you like what you see. As I said, always subscribe. If not, at least you gave him a chance. So yeah, that's pretty well it for shoutouts and announcements. Pretty short and sweet. Not much too not too much going on. But I want to say thank you for taking the time to watch. If you like my channel, like what you see, please subscribe. It means the world to me. And remember, be good to each other. All right, bye now.